What's up everybody, Brandon Johnson here again, and thanks for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the classic old-time fiddle tune, Home Sweet Home. So this is a really good song to know. It's a classic bluegrass tune, and I didn't actually know it until recently, so I wanted to do a lesson on it and share it with you guys, because I think the melody really speaks to kind of the bluegrass guitar sound. There's a lot of songs that kind of, I think, borrowed from this particular tune. So in this lesson, I kind of wanted to cover both the beginner, kind of the basic melody for Home Sweet Home, in addition to a more advanced version that uses kind of some Doc Watson signature cross picking and even some George Shuffler style sweep picking in it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go over and check out my website, brandonjohnsonguitar.com, where I have the full version of this song as well as all my entire library of tunes. So this song is played out of capo 2 in the key of D, so we're going to be in the C position. So grab your guitar and your capo, and let's take a look at the basic melody, kind of the beginner version for Home Sweet Home. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's take a look at the basic melody now for Home Sweet Home. So this is kind of the beginner version, or kind of the version that really follows kind of the core of the melody really closely. So we're going to start out here with a pickup measure, and a pickup measure is just a series of notes that come before the main head or the main melody of the tune. And in this case, we have a 3-note pickup here. And one thing you'll notice is that throughout this beginner melody, everything we're playing is going to be on downstrokes. So we're going to be playing a downstroke on the 3rd fret low E, a downstroke on the open A, a downstroke on the 2nd fret A, and then at the beginning of measure number 1 there, over that C chord, you're going to see 3rd fret A, which is the root note of the C chord, or the C chord position in this case, because we're playing with a capo on the 2nd fret. You'll see that 3rd fret A there is kind of the beginning of the actual melody for Home Sweet Home. And then you'll see a 2nd fret D, open G, 1st fret B, and that's just kind of where we're just playing downstrokes in between the quarter notes or the downbeats here. And we're just playing those kind of 3 notes out of that C major chord shape. Okay, and then from there we have 2nd fret D, and then another downstroke on the rest of that C chord. And then we're going to go up with our ring finger here. We're going to go up to the 3rd fret D. And then from here, we're going to play an F chord shape. So that F chord shape is 3rd fret D, 2nd fret G, 1st fret B. And then right at the end, you have 2nd fret G, right before we go into measure number 2. Okay, and then looking at measure number 2 now, we have 2nd fret G, 1st fret B to open G, 1st fret B. And then we're going to the 3rd fret D to 2nd fret D. And then another downstroke there on that kind of C chord, that's 2nd fret D, open G, 1st fret B. And you'll see right at the end there we have kind of another downstroke on that C major chord again. Okay, so if we play those 2 measures together, it's going to sound like this. Okay, and that's kind of the first half of the A part here, or the kind of the A part melody for Home Sweet Home. Okay, now looking at measure number 3, we have a G chord here. We're going to start on the open D, and then we're going to be playing that open G, open B together. Okay, and then right here we have 2nd fret D to 3rd fret D, followed by another open G, open B, and then 2nd fret D to open. Okay, and then moving on to measure number 4 now, we have our 2nd fret D, and then again, that familiar kind of C chord shape there, that little 3-note inversion of the C chord shape. And then again on the 2nd fret D, followed by open D, and 3rd fret A again. And that's going to put us back in our C chord shape here. So we have a downstroke on the rest of that chord, followed by another 3rd fret A. Okay, so measures 3 and 4, when you play them together, they'll sound like this. Okay, now let's play the A part all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads us into part B. Okay, when we look at part B now, we're moving into an F chord here, or an F chord shape. So we're going to be playing a lot of the notes kind of around that F chord shape. And you'll notice here, again, there's a pickup measure going into the B part. And that pickup measure is 2 notes long. It's the 3rd fret D to open G. And then from there, we're going to land on that 2nd fret G, which is right smack dab in the middle of that F chord shape there. So we're going to place our middle finger on that 2nd fret G and our index finger on the 1st fret B, which is going to form kind of part of our F chord there. And then you'll see a 3rd fret D, followed by, again, that 2nd fret G, 1st fret B, and then another 3rd fret D. So the timing here of this melody is very important. And then there's a slight pause, and then we have 2nd fret G, 3rd fret D, and then again, like we had in the A part over that C chord, we have that 2nd fret, 1st fret B to open G, 1st fret B, and then that little descending line again, just like we had in part A. So really, part B is nearly identical to part A, except for measure number 5, right? The first measure of the B part is the only thing that's different, and the rest of it's the same. And then continuing on to the second half of the B part here, measure numbers 7 and 8, those are going to be identical to measures 3 and 4 from the A part. All right, now let's play the B part all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, you made it. Now let's play the entire tune, the A part and the B part, with the repeat signs all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take a look at the more advanced version of this melody now.